Of today's really stacked tournament. Here we go on Campgrounds. Let's do it. So off the start we're on Madball and gets the red. So it's a pretty even split spawn situation, so nothing too crazy just yet.
Okay.
And Twister's going to apply some pressure. He didn't pick up any armor yet, but he's going to drop for those shards. And Twister does have all the weapons, so he's got the weapon advantage. And Madball is without the weapon advantage, but he has the positional advantage.
Yeah. This is actually interesting. Wow.
Oh. Almost the mid-air. Okay, so it's looking good for Madball. He just has to get through this choke point. He's got 5 seconds to do it, and Twister knows he cannot hang on long enough. Goes up the jump pad, which is really smart from Twister there. And Madball picks up the Mega. Oh, that's a really nasty rocket there, but he's still pretty stacked. And I would really love for him to push his advantage and not let Twister get the rails on him, because that's really what Twister's going to be wanting to do. So would love for him to just rocket jump up to that bridge, make like certain that he's got the high areas covered. But he's actually, oh, Twister, he misses the shot on the legs of Madball there. So Madball going to easily deal with this and just pick up another red.
Now he can pick the rail and basically be even at the weapons. Yes, so this is really looking good for Madball, I would say, at the moment. It's just about these rails, and he can easily drop for the Mega. I don't think Twister can really push in a close combat yet. And let's see, he just grabbed the yellow.
Nice shot.
Yeah, nice return there. This is pushing Twister back for like 30 seconds or more. Yes, so it's a very decent start, I would say. It's interesting that it's 0-0. This situation could actually turn badly if Twister stays there, but no, Madball decides to be kind of slow, and if he keeps like hitting a few rails every now and then, he can really play at this pace, and eventually he will get the frag.
And here there's the problem though, there's a split on the items. Madball didn't delay in time, he at least hits the rail. But the thing is, I really want Madball not to let Twister use the advantage of his rail, because Madball needs to find situations where Twister can't use his rail, get up close, here you go, like this would be really nice, but he just jumps, he didn't extra jump there. I think he could have just taken the LG fight and just with a pure stack advantage, just taking down Twister, but Twister will live, 60 points of armor on him and 100 health, so Twister's doing a decent job, but I mean, still, Madball is just, it feels like, although Twister's out of control, Twister doesn't have pressure. Like, Twister gets to pick the situations where he fights, and Madball's always reacting.
It seems like Madball is a bit scared of his opponent. It's like not pushing too much. It's giving a lot of respect, which is fine in a sense because he doesn't really have a hurry. It's just the beginning of the match, but he has to be more confident on his shots. And at the moment, really, it looks like Twister has all the space he wants to. This was a nice move to be silent from Madball, but actually Twister was not where he was expected, and this is so nice. Yeah.
I was about to say that, like, oh no, but he's going to get out of position on Mega. Madball has to do a lot of work here, and this is the thing. I was going to say that, like, the way Madball was playing, because he was playing so reactively, and his awareness on the items wasn't so tight that he could, like, delay the reds in time so they don't clash with Mega and so on. What happens is Twister will build up, and it's going to be down to when Twister builds up and feels confident to take a fight, is he going to take a bad fight? That's good for Madball, because then Twister goes on the aggressive and Madball can be played defensively. So the way Madball was playing, it's like kind of going to eventually give an advantage to Twister. So yeah, Madball needs to look at that in the future and look at how he can basically get in Twister's face sooner, because Twister just had no pressure at all ever.
Yeah, it really seemed that Madball had the wrong priority in his mind at that little fight up to the rocket launcher. He decided to follow. He got this. Wow, yeah. The returns rail here is just great. But I felt like he was just following Twister too much, and then he got rocked away, and then eventually that allowed Twister to drop and then take the Mega. What actually Madball is doing very well at the moment. It's really pushing now, and maybe he should have done it a bit earlier, but it's good to see it this early anyway. So it's just Madball just grabbed the Mega, and Twister really has to go for the yellow and make sure he doesn't really get in the way of Madball too much.
Yeah, he definitely had a good series of damage exchanges there that worked out really well in his favor. And Twister is only one frag ahead, so maybe Madball's going to get a second opportunity at control, a second opportunity at remedying his mistakes.
But those rockets really strong. I mean, Twister is low, but Madball just took so much damage.
Oh, Twister actually is going to miss out maybe on the
Yeah,
double.
I don't understand this. I mean, of course, one rail would have killed him, but at least try to. Whoa! Did you expect Madball to be so late for Mega?
I expected him to be late, but because he was going for red and they were both spawning at the same time, but I didn't expect him to be completely oblivious as to where Twister could be there. Because Twister was running away hurt. There's only like 2 locations he can really come from, and if he goes high, it's a really big risk, and I feel like Madball misread that and gave Twister a shot, but it's okay because he managed to pick everything up apart from the yellow, and Twister's still low, so he can still make it happen, but he has to frag Twister. And so far it seems like the only damage he's really getting is like these long-range rail fights, which is what Twister's kind of comfortable with. But this is a close-range engagement, and that's the frag. He finally gets it. But can he compound this into a bigger lead? Oh no, this is terrible.
Yeah, this is really free space for Twister.
Imagine if you make this mistake against Rapper, you just lost the game.
Yeah,
you just lost the game. That's such a big error there.
now red. I mean, well, you know.
Yeah.
I should actually hear the stereo sound because I believe Twister was moving to red, but.
And here we have Madball just. I mean, he just needs to make sure his awareness on the items is really a lot stronger. I mean, on a map like this, which is so control-oriented and there's so few big items to pick up, it's really your first thing that you get sorted out in your campgrounds game is how you play the items. Because basically, when you take the big items, the reason why this game is, why this map is so hard for the out-of-control player is that there's so much time that you can have between the items, between the pickups, that you can just run around, get out of position like crazy for the items. If you know exactly when they'll spawn, you can have up to 10 seconds sometimes to just hunt your opponent, and that's really the danger. But Madball finding Twister again close range here. Oh my god, complete executional error there from Madball, and that's going to leave Twister with not the stack advantage, but at least a lot closer than he was, and escaping death when surely he should have died there.
He's so lucky that the timing of that fight was just right before the Megas, and I don't know, maybe Twister was also low, so he didn't push, but you could see that Madball, the movement was kind of sloppy before that fight, so probably he's having like a moment where he doesn't really get it right with the equipment or everything. This could be bad, actually. For him, it really depends on the damage, and he's doing a good job. Okay, that's Twister, I guess. Okay,
oh, Madball, it could have gone straight onto that position there. He's got the advantage. He has the LG and everything. Okay, the mistake from Madball. He had enough time to get onto that position at Mega to defend it, because Twister would have to drop for it, and he had LG, so he would be able to defend. It's a situation where Twister cannot drop, so the Mega should go to Madball for some damage, but instead Twister gets the Mega. And now Twister could have a good trap here. This is such an old school trap, one of the classics, and Madball takes a lot of damage there. Could have even died, but he escapes with 44 points of health, and I feel like, I mean, this is the first time now we would have seen Twister really in control since that crazy exchange of damage that Madball got earlier in the game, which gave him control for a few minutes. So this is extremely dangerous territory for Madball, and if he doesn't sharpen up on these items, then I cannot see him coming back from this situation, and he's surely going to die. Twister will find him soon, and that's going to be the end of him in this match. But he could even push it to overtime potentially. It's not far away, but that's definitely what he has to play for. Just don't take damage, stack up, and try to play for that overtime, and Twister is going to be feeling pressured to finish it, so use that to your advantage.
Do you think so? I mean, Twister he's the man in control. He can just play slow and make sure that the first mistake that Madball does, he will be there to do a lot of damage. And like this exchange,
there you go.
This is probably game. I don't know. I just feel maybe Madball didn't feel comfortable. Just his movement wasn't really good. He was too slow in certain situation to reach the position he needed to have.
It's quite interesting that the game was so close, despite the fact that Madball made a lot of fundamental errors, I think, on fundamental campground errors. So it's quite interesting, and I think it kind of shows you how difficult it can be if you're not making good reads on campgrounds in Twister's position to actually come back when you're out of control. Because Twister actually, Madball got an amazing series of rockets and rails and stuff.
Yeah, I think this is what kept him in the game for so long.
Yeah.
It's just this stream of damage mid game. But yeah, he was kind of important. He did maybe some timing mistakes earlier, and then he was kind of not picking not being quick enough to react to what Twister was doing.
Yeah.
And overall, I really feel that in the minds of these two players, they sort of knew that Twister was the better player. And this is kind of bad if both players, you know maybe that you are like the underdog, but you have to be confident on your game and like push it. And if you're just playing to kind of contain a bit the loss, you're still playing for losing. And
yeah, true. Exactly. I understand. Yeah, it's like, oh well, I kept the score close. So
yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, it could be. I think it's an encouraging result for Madball though, because Twister's definitely a good player, and he had a lot. Like if he looks back on that demo, there's so many spots where he can be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I could have done this better, this better, this better. Like really obvious mistakes. So hopefully Madball will check that out and like improve his game. And in the meantime, we'll go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more Quake Live action here, live on FACEIT TV. I believe the next game should. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what the next game should be, but who cares? We'll find out after the break. See you guys soon.